let's wind up this main topic of integrating internet into the language curriculum design with our topic on templates for interactive exercises. Since we have already, developed in greater detail about some of the strengths, some of the challenges experienced by ESL teachers while utilizing internet for language teaching. So let's have a briefly look at some of the templates, or in other words, what are the strategies which we can use for teaching English language with the help of internet, right? Well, internet-based language learning, we've got, this could be used in the four areas of four skills. For example, reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So we could make our students to practice these skills with various templates. If you just Google out, you could find out a number of, lessons out there. You could find a number of blogs out there in the area of reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And you could also, it's important to see here, like the listening skill. Well, you can go to the YouTube and have some videos where you could listen to the native speakers and then guess what they are or comprehend what they are speaking. So uh, what I mean to emphasize that internet-based language learning templates are varied in nature, and it depends upon the discretion of the individual language teacher, how they're gonna choose what and sequence or grade in what way, right? Um, we've got video conferencing example as one of the templates for interactive language teaching. Through this conferencing, we can expose our learners to the native speakers. For example, if you remember well in the beginning of this main topic, I mentioned that everything is getting virtual in this virtual world. So, well, there are programs in many institutes which where they hire, native speakers just to ask them to interact with their students. So there are video conferencing if you have this facility out there, so you could use it, right? And we've got Skype and FaceTime as well, and we've got greetings templates, for example, where we can choose some videos and bring it in the classroom and have some question and answer. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? And this is how we can expose our students to variety of, uh, listening and speaking skills, right? Um, well, we can develop reading and writing skills through digital texts. As I mentioned earlier in one of the modules, that, we've got the digital versions of the printed books, and we've got the books which have got their oral versions, which the books speak themselves, right? So the digital texts where the students could listen and write, and this is how we can engage them into writing activities and reading activities, right? Um, we can bring in some templates which are inspiring for the students. This inspiration can come from the templates which are specific to the cultural, social, or religious needs of the students, right? And we can have some blogs where the students are allowed to post, to comment, and we can, have these blogs, let's say, save a day or save an hour out of the whole language teaching routine in the classroom, where we can have blogs and ask students to bring in their own laptops or the, notebooks or uh, some other, or we can take them to the labs as well, right? There are talking tests, as I have been emphasizing before, which can be used to enhance the reading proficiency of the students, or even the listening proficiency of the students. For example, we can invite students to pay attention to the intonation patterns taking place in the speaking texts, right? And we can also create some talking tests which can have their digital text and software. So this is how there are a number of interactive ways we, we, we can use to create templates for English language teaching while making the use of internet. And again, it depends upon the choice of the teachers, how the teacher is going to select a specific content and grade it or sequence it. And while doing the whole process of integrating internet into language curriculum, we should be careful about the goals of the language document, the curriculum document, which we have already, which allows us to go beyond the conventional teaching and create our own materials. So we shouldn't be overlooking at the requirements or some of the parameters set forth in that document in terms of meeting the religious, cultural, or social or political demands of language teaching.